Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will be discussing the New World Order and the cashless society which is coming. Okay, here we go. This is about George Bush, Senior Bush. George Herbert Walker Bush addressed a joint session of Congress which had been called to deal with the Persian Gulf crisis and the federal budget deficit. In this address, he rapidly referred to a new world order. A new partnership of nations has begun, and we stand today at a unique earthly moment. 100 generations have searched for this enslaved path to peace, while 1,000 wars ring across the span of human endurance. And today, that new world is struggling to be born, a world quite different from one we know, a world where the rule of law supplants the rule of the jungle, a world in which nations recognize the shared responsibility for freedom and justice. 4 months after this speech, President Bush gave another address in which he again talked about the New World Order. What is at stake is a big idea, a new world order where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to effect the universal experience of mankind, peace and security, freedom and the rule of law, such a world worthy of our struggle and worthy of our children's future. 2 months after that speech, President Bush addressed Congress yet again, this time a successful conclusion to the Gulf War. And again, he spoke of a new world order. Until now, the world we've known has been a world divided, a world of barbed wire and credit block, conflict and Cold War. Now we can see a new world coming into view, a world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order, a world in which freedom and respect for human rights find a home among all nations. Throughout his presidency, George Herbert Walker Bush was a current advisor of the New World Order. Now I'll move forward to the more recent past. In November of 2008, Henry Kissinger, Nobel Peace Prize winner, former Secretary of State, and assist to the President for National Security, wrote this: "Now that the clear feet of the economic system have been exposed, this requires a new difference between America and the rest of the world." You get that? The rest of the world. He's talking global here because it's the world government. The rest of the world. Yeah, America and the rest of the world. If progress is made on these requirements, will make the beginning of the New World Order. 2009 will make the beginning of the New World Order. Just a few days before, President Barack Obama, Kissinger said that this in a television interview. The president-elected is coming into office at a moment where there are upheavals in many parts of the world. Somatically, you have India, Pakistan, you have the jihadist movement, so he can really say there's one problem that it is most important one, but he can give a new input to America for foreign policy, partly because the ribbon of him is so extraordinary around the world. I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity, isn't just a crisis. 1 week after this interview, Kissinger wrote an article for the New York Times in which he warned that to a new international order is chaos. So if we don't have a new world order, we're going to be in chaos for the rest of our lives. He again pointed to Barack Obama as the key player. The excellent impact of the president elected on the imagination of humanity is an important element in shaping a new world order. In Kissinger's mind, Barack Obama is mankind's greatest hope for establishing establishing the New World Order, and President Obama seems determined to fulfill Kissinger's hope as he went about Europe in April of 2009, especially at the G20 summit in London. Mr. Obama seemed to go out of his way to paint a new picture of America's role in the international community. Sometimes it appeared to the globe media as if he were running for president of the world. Heading Obama election, the Arab newspaper, and it goes on and on and on, people. Barack Obama of the world. Presently, approximately the whole world has great expectations for our president and his vision for a new world order, in which the Americans is over. Gordon Brown, then Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, laid out the purpose of a new world order on Vastu Dil in January 2008. He said, "I do not urge a new world founded on the narrow and conversion idea of isolating states pushing their own selfish interests. Instead, I see a world that heartless for the common good, the growing independence of nations, cultures, and peoples that make a truly global society." Not only have politics and presidents liberals for a new world order, even Pope Benedict XVI in his exchange letter of July 2009 voices support for an international current shift in the force of the unrailing growth of global independence. There is a strong felt need, even in the midst of a global recession, for a true world political authority. He went on to say, furthermore, such an authority would need to be universally recognized and to be vested with the effect power to assure security for all. This is all a bunch of lies, people, okay? These are lies. They're trying to say it's a good thing so they can suck everybody into it, but it's their state. What's it called? This is the Antichrist kingdom that's being set up right before our very eyes. But I want to read you more quotes of the that they've been calling for a new world order. Gordon Brown, Prime Minister of England. The international financial crisis has given world leaders a unique opportunity to create a truly global society. Okay, and to continue. Okay, it's in my other book. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, it's in my other here. David Rockefeller. Listen to what he said. Okay, David Rockefeller. So the media is on this as well, because David Rockefeller was saying in the Washington Post. They all know about this coming world government. Because listen, David Rockefeller, we are grateful to the Washington Post, New York Times, Time Magazine, and other great publications whose directors have attended our meetings and respected their promises of direction. For almost 40 years, it would have been impossible for us to develop our plans for the world. If we had been subjected to the bright light of publicity during those years, but the work is now much more sophisticated and prepared to march towards a world government. This is true stuff, guys. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research and see this stuff. David Rockefeller. You guys can check this all up on the internet. But I know most of you out there know. For those of you that know prophecy, and you guys know David Rockefeller, come on. Like his own quotes in his own memoirs says that we are on the verge of a global transformation. All that we need is a major crisis, and the nations will accept the new world order. I think he said that in 1994-95 at the United Nations, and in his own book, that many people accuse me as working against the best interest of the American people, like to destroy the. Because in his own book, he's calling for the total destruction of America's sovereignty. So he went on to say, many people think that I'm going against the Americans' best interest, one world, if you want to call it. I'm guilty, and I'm proud of it. These people give no bones about it. This is what they're doing. But 1913, the League of Nations was formed. 1919, the Council on Foreign Relations was formed. 1922, the CFR endorses world government. 1945, the United Nations was formed. 1948, the World Constitution is drafted, providing a World Council to enforce, which means they're going to make it happen, to enforce, whether people want it or not, to enforce world law, the whole world, the world law, one law for the whole world to go by. If you don't, they're going to kill people. They already said it. To enforce world law and calls upon nations to surrender their arms to a world government. Because James Warburg said that, and many other people. Henry Kissinger said, once the New World Order is established, many people are going to die, but the survivors, they will have a great life, or whatever he said. But James Warburg, 1950, February 7th, said, we shall have world government, whether we like it or not. But the question is either by consent or by conquest. And even there's a document of the CFR that says we're going to have a New World Order, even if we have to pay for it in blood. Now look at this, 1959. The diagram of world government under the Constitution for the Federation of Earth. It's either working, just try to say we need to make a constitution for the Federation of Earth, and the only way that we can protect the world is if we set up a one world government, and so on. So Richard Nixon, 1967, Richard Nixon calls for a New World Order. 1968, Nelson Rockefeller pledges support of a New World Order. And then right here, 2008, the Vatican says that a New World Order is gaining ground. And then this is from President Bush Sr. right here. Then this lawlessness will threaten the peace and democracy of the emerging New World Order we now see. This long dreamed, so they've been planning this for a long time, long dreamed vision we all worked, so we all, see that vision we all worked toward for so long. And this is Gorbachev, the communist of Russia. Him and Bush were really close. They were so dramatic, always talking about a New World Order, but they all are. It's crazy. But this is what Gorbachev said. Further global progress is now possible only through a quest for universal consent in the movement toward a New World Order. Like, it's literally incredible. And Robert Mueller, listen to this guy. This is incredible. And yet, what's his name? Gordon Brown, March 12, 2007, says New World Order to save the earth. That was in the newspaper, March 12, 2007. Now this is Robert Mueller. We must move as quickly as possible to a one world government, one world religion under a one world leader. And here's Al Gore as well. Al Gore, the climate bill will help bring about global governance. It's literally incredible. But there's another one I want to read to you. It's just totally amazing. Okay, it's right here. Here, let me read. And I got more. I got so much stuff. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Timothy Geithner. Listen to this. Timothy Geithner. Timothy Geithner, former president of the Federal Reserve. We need a new global monetary authority in de facto global financial dictatorship operating across borders and forcing nations and corporations to register and adhere to strict monitoring and regulations. The Single Global Currency Association is calling for the world, not America, not Australia, not Japan, not Russia, the whole world. This is global. Okay, the Single Global Currency Association is calling for the world to embrace a single global currency to be managed by a global central bank within a global monetary union. All is going to be one. Everybody's going to become one. And I got another one about the guy back in 1992 that was under Bill Clinton. Well, the guy that was speaking, where he wrote the Declaration, the birth of a global nation. The birth of a global nation. Listen, this is what he said back in 1992. In the next century, nations as we know it will be obsolete. all states will recognize a single global authority. National sovereignty wasn't such a great idea after all. And this other guy, this goes back to 1889. The stage is rapidly being set for a world to accept global leadership. Famed British historian Arnold Toynbee, 1889 to 1975, was correct when he said, "The nations are ready to give the kingdoms of the world to any one man who will offer us a solution to our world's problems." Okay, now I want to finish it off with this, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Yeah, back in 2002. So that was the world government. It's all coming. They want to control the food supply, everything. They're calling up for a one world food regulator, water, you name it. Or a single body to control everything. But we're going into a cashless society as well. That's how they're going to make their total control over every single person. But back in 2002, the FDA approves a microchip implant for humans. And now, yeah, that was 2002, and look what happened back in 2004. The Verichip Corporation came into play, and now you have Digital Angel, you have the alien technology. It's all about microchips, RFID chips, making it all sound like a good thing to put this in people. But it's not. This is real bad. And then there's another thing about a tattoo that they can put in you. Okay, hold on. Was it in this one? This year they made this tattoo, by the way. It was this year that they came up with this. Where it said that it will be able to replace internet passwords and all that. Let me see if I can find it. In all forms of identity. So, anyways, it's, where is it? That's Robert Mule. Okay, not there. Maybe it's in the other one here. But not there. So it's not in any of these. So I gotta warn you guys about something that's coming. So we see it's not in here. So I go to the very end. They're trying to make this all sound good. If you take this chip, or if you, yeah, even if you take the microchip, but they came out with a tattoo as well, that if you take it, it will replace all your passwords and forms of identification. It will replace all that. Okay, maybe it's in here. It has to be in here. Yeah, right here. A new biostamp tattoo is developed that attaches to the wearer's skin and will allow them to replace all passwords and all other forms of identification. Look at that. But this is what I want to get into, ladies and gentlemen. Biometrics are here. We've been in databases for years, okay? We've been in databases. You can check it up. ChoicePoint, Axion, all those places. They know our phone numbers. They know where we worked in the last year. They know where we lived, and so they know everything. Put it that way. But now they have biometric technology is here. Biometric databases. They even have the cameras outside are facial recognition software cameras that are scanning people and matching them up with other databases, seeing if you're wanted in another country or what. This is crazy. This is what they're doing. And yet, what does the Bible say? He causes all smelling great, rich, and poor, free and slave to receive a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. And without, he can't buy or sell. So they're getting people conditioned to paying for stuff with body parts. So now they want everybody to go into a biometric database, So they're going to take your hand, they're going to analyze your hand, put it in the computer, and then you put these things on your eyes, it takes a picture of your eyes, and then take a picture of your face. Now everything about you is in the database. So now you go out, and how do you buy something? Just by your hand. A palm scanning machine scans your hand. They're bringing global body ID system, a global body ID system, where it's all connected up to your body part. There's no one like you to identify you immediately. You don't have to worry about identity theft, because think about it. You may worry if somebody steals your fingerprints. Think about it. They go to a biometric scanner, they scan them. Whose face is going to come up on our computer? Your face and not theirs. So once we see the guy, and we look, his picture comes up on the computer, and we look at him, he's not matching what I'm seeing on the computer. So there's a big problem here. Either this guy stole somebody's fingerprints, or we have a problem. But this is not the point. That is not the point. Computers lie. Computers make mistakes, and so on and so on. They threw someone in jail, and then afterwards they found out that they made a mistake just because they gathered all this data and it got mixed up with somebody else's. This is what's going on. But my point is, like what they said, the global currency is calling for the world to come into a World Bank under a single authority, under a global union. And look at that. So for him to cause all, small and great, there has to be a global currency in place, and that's exactly what they're calling for. This is what they're bringing in. Exactly as the Bible prophesied over 2,000 years ago, it's happening, my friends. And they want to get everybody into the database, everybody into their matrix system, computers, that you're going to have to thumb scan the travel. And they're talking by, I don't know if this is how accurate this is, but they said by 2017 they want to have everybody in the world microchipped. Now, I don't know about that, if that will happen or not. So just keep your eyes open for that. But I know that biometrics is here. They want everybody to go into biometrics. They're getting rid of cash. This is happening, people. Right now in the Obama administration, it got slipped in the bill, in the immigration bill, that every American has to hand over their biometrics. It's mandated. It's mandatory. You don't have a choice. They said by 2014 in the summer, all working Americans will have to hand over their biometrics. And by 2017, it's probably the whole world. This is what's happening, people. This is what's going on. We're moving very rapidly towards biometrics. Well, it's already here in some places. Okay, so the United States is going into biometric databases. The United States of America. You have Japan going into a biometric database. You have Mexico going into a biometric database. You have Israel that's already into a biometric database. The European Union going into a biometric database. So many things, people. This is what's taking place. And the United Nations is calling for every single person on the planet to have a biometric national ID card. Now, what does that tell you? And without it, you'll not be able to get a job, you'll not be able to open a bank account, you'll not be able to go on the computer, you'll not be able to attend a sports event, nothing. Total control. The government wants total control. Remember that. Absolute power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. This is what they want. Just like the Rothschild said, we don't care who changes the laws. As long as we control the currency, we control the money. We control the money, we control the food. We control the food, we control the people. And this is exactly what they're doing with these cards. But this is just a stepping stone towards the mark of the beast. They're getting everybody to hand over their biometrics, so they suck everybody into the computer. This is the beast system, people. This is the global ID system. They'll be lining up. How are you going to pay for stuff? With a hand, with a face scan, with an iris scan. Are your eyes connected to your head? Yes, they are. And now they already have cell phones that can do facial recognition. It's exactly what the Bible said. They're sucking everybody. They're getting everybody into the database. So that somewhere in the future, which is not that far from now, they just have to change that. Now you just take our mark, or let us implant you with a microchip. By the way, you're already in our system. And once you hand over your biometrics, there's no going back. Once you're there, you're a marked man, you're a marked woman forever. It's not erased, and they share this information internationally. They're sharing data and everything. Like they already are. Like they're sharing your credit card transactions, debit cards. They're meddling data on all of us. Guess why? The Department of Homeland Security said, watch out for people that just use cash. They need to be watched on the most. Why? They think we're terrorists if we just use cash. Well, It's called an invasion of privacy, and I love my privacy. I don't know about you. That's why I use cash. But they don't like that. They want to know absolutely every single thing about you. That's why they're going to eliminate cash. You're going to be labeled as a criminal if you use cash. But very soon, there's going to be no more cash in the economy. They're going to a cashless economy. No more cash. Everything will be done electronically. I'm telling you, people, this is coming down the line. It's just incredible to know what my Bible tells me. Like, biometrics, man. They said your body is going to become your new national ID card. How do you like that one? Let me see if I have time to show. Let me see if I have time. I'm going to see if I can read something to you guys here. Okay, your body will be your ID. This is not a joke, people, okay? This is what's taking place. This is what's taking place. And you guys may choose not to believe. Go right ahead. It doesn't need you to believe in it. This is going to happen. God's word will be fulfilled with 100% accuracy. 100%. All the time. God does not lie. And you will see this come to pass right before your eyes. So wait. Right here, biometric. Go on my channel, type in CH McDonald biometrics. I talked about it, like, because this has been going on for a while. Like, they're all coming out because they're so close to getting it up and running. Like Israel launching biometric identity cards. Boston bombing aftermath. Why do we need a national biometric ID card? Like, I'm warning people, do not take a global biometric ID card, the coming global biometric ID card for all the world to have. This is what's happening, people. Are you, like, their own document said, are you ready for the North American Union biometric ID card? I'm not making it up. Please do your research, people, and see what's going on. This is what's taking place. Okay, your body will be your ID. I want to see if I have the article below my description. You guys can go check my video out there. Your body will be your ID. Totally. This is incredible what's happening. I never thought that I would be seeing this stuff take place. That's why I'm stunned of where we stand today. Yeah, I got it. Listen to this. You guys are going to freak, man. This is for real. This is what they're doing, man. How about this? I'm going to put it below my description so you guys can read it for yourself. Your body is your ID. Let me see how many minutes is left here. Yeah, I'm going to read it. Listen to this. Unrolling the world into a single global biometric ID system. This is what's going on, people. This is what's going on. The world is being enrolled into a single global system of identification and financial control. Financial control. Controlling the finances. Just like they said at the G20 summit that they're calling for a one world monetary leader. One person that controls the money. We're not going to have Canadian money, US money. It's all going to be one. We're all going to be one humanity sharing the same thing so they control everybody. Okay, financial control. One body is now directly linked to the control of a finance. Look at that. Let me read it. The mark of the beast. Totally. The world is being unrolled into a single global system of identification and financial control. One's body, look at that, one's body is now directly linked, so your body is linked to what? To the control of financial transactions. Where did we hear that before? Through biometric ID. An international ID system that uses computers to automatically identify individuals based on unique physical characteristics such as facial image, facial recognition, digital fingerprints, and common forms of biometrics. Almost all states and nations now use biometrics to identify their residents. This is it, people. These people go so far to say that the future is now. The future is here. Look at this, man. This is literally incredible. Facial recognition software uses high-resolution photo to create a digital map of the face. This map is linked to other personal data, named social security numbers, etc., to create one's unique biometric identity. A photo collected for a driver's license, ID, or card or passport can be used directly unrolled individuals into the global ID system over which they have no control, and that can be used to identify and track individuals in public using surveillance cameras. Like, this goes on and on, people. But this is the point that I want to get you guys. Listen, the world is being enrolled into a single global system, which is the one world government, of identification, because they're bringing in the mark of the beast. But listen to this, it's incredible. I'm going to start from the beginning. The world is being enrolled into a single global system of identification and financial control. Financial control, right? So it says one's body is now directly linked. So your body is linked to what? To the control of financial transactions. Oh, you can't buy or sell without it. It's all connected to the body part. It's no longer a credit card, cash. It's all the body. Exactly as the Bible said. This is incredible, people. This is literally insane. This is what's going on. May you share these videos with your family and your loved ones and your friends. Who cares if they think you're whack? They're going to see this stuff because this thing's coming down the line. It's coming down the pipeline. We are so far down the rat hole right now, people. It is here. It is coming. The biometric scanners are here. The biometric databases are here to take everybody's data. It's incredible of where we are. I'm going to be sharing this thing below my description. May you read the whole thing. Like, it even gets more worse if you continue reading it. Like, after it goes to RFID, biometric ID is linked to RFID radio frequency identification technology. RFID chips are often used in biometric documents. It just goes on and on and on and on. People need to be aware of this. This is what's going on. But I got good news. For us that know Jesus Christ, this stuff should not put fear in us. This stuff should make us excited, because this is exactly what is happening. This has to happen in order for God's word to be fulfilled. And everything in God's word will be fulfilled. This is the Antichrist kingdom that is being set up. Remember what he said to Jesus. Jesus did not deny it. When Jesus was tempted in the desert, Satan said, fall down and worship me. He said he brought him to a high place and he showed him all the kingdoms of the world. So that must have been supernatural. Satan showed him all the kingdoms, not some but all. And says, these have been given to me, and I can give them to whoever I please. Bow down and worship me, and I'll give it to you. And Jesus said, for it is written, you shall not worship anyone but the Lord your God, and him alone shall you worship. You see? So who's Satan going to give it to? I can give it to whoever I please. Satan is going to give this world to the Antichrist. The Antichrist is going to rule this world. That will be Satan's Messiah. This is what's happening, people. We are living in exciting times, and the rapture of the church is about to take place. And I'm signing off, and God bless you all, and share these videos. This is coming down the line, people, really, really fast. I believe it. We're going cashless. Everything's going electronic. They want everybody to have a national biometric ID card. Without it, you won't be able to buy or sell a thing, man. Total dictatorship, total control. I'm signing off, and God bless you all.